Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots. There will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better. Okay. What to do about mass unemployment? This is going to be a massive social challenge. And I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income. I think it's going to be necessary.
So it means that unemployed people will be paid across the globe.
Yeah.
Because there is no job, machine, robot is taking over.
That's simply and I want to be clear that these are not things that I think that I wish would happen. These are simply things that I think probably will happen. And since if my assessment is correct and they probably will happen, then we need to say, what are we going to do about it? And I think some kind of a universal basic income is going to be necessary. Now, the output of goods and services will be extremely high. So with automation, there will come abundance. There will be almost everything will get very cheap. I think the biggest. I think we'll just end up doing a universal basic income. It's going to be necessary. The harder challenge, much harder challenge, is how do people then have meaning? Like a lot of people, they derive their meaning from their employment. So if you don't have, if you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor, what's the meaning?
Yeah, you just become a slave, and they just do away with you. All right?
You hear that? So I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Ra Kadash, which in the Pedro Hubiton is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to your sister brothers living in truth, and Shalom to your brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo! It's getting real deep, y'all, Sharala. Real deep. A lot of things we try to tell the people that was going to happen, that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man was going to do, he's now doing it. And a big part is trying to automize, everyday society by putting robots out there to replace people. This is going to cause a whole lot of friction. As we see in the clip right there, Elon Muskie, as we like to call him, he looked like he's at a conference with a bunch of Elamites. The people that like Ishmael over there talking to them, and they're discussing putting people on a universal basic income because they all know the dollar's going to crash. They all know that. So the money's going to go digital, and where Elon Musk, which really he's just a lower illuminary, your Rothschild, Rockefellers tell him what to do. He's just in the public face. But they wanted where everybody's on a universal basic income to where you don't work. You just stay in what they call a 15-minute city. We know it as a 15-minute city, but they call it a smart city. And you just get money like, what's that, welfare, like food stamps or whatnot. And when you get that, it's going to come with a micro CHIP, which is the mark of the beast. This is how they're going to funnel everybody into that area because these robots are going to come in and take over jobs. AI going to take over jobs. A lot of major jobs right now are laying off left and right. I can see both the jobs I work at, major companies, about to start doing layoffs. I can see the writing on the wall, y'all, Sharala. This is what's about to happen. So they're going to automize all the working people, which they already did that with the automobile industry. They use robots to make cars now. That's why these cars are no good nowadays. Every time a car come out, you see a bunch of recalls on it because they've taken the human factor of everything and replacing it with robots. And as I do this lesson, we're going to watch various clips where he's introducing the robots to people. They're going to be $20,000, $30,000 is what he's saying. Probably more. But that's the price that he wants to put it out there so that everybody got him. And it looks very reminiscent to a movie with Will Smith called I, Robot. If you haven't seen that movie, I, Robot, Will Smith, go watch it. because it's now becoming reality. And people are so stupid that they're going to bring it right on in. And this is all prophesied to happen, in the scriptures. Now, it don't say like, oh, you know, the wicked people make robots or whatnot, but it gives you vague, the scriptures tell you how the devil would dog walk people into getting a mark of the beast, which is a badge, and worshiping this new image, which is going to be tailored after artificial intelligence. Pastor Elder's been prophesying this a long time. I done jumped in talking about this. You can vividly see it, and now it's here. So everybody gonna look at it, because a lot of people don't want to work 9 to 5s no more. So they're gonna look at a universal basic income as a good thing. You mean somebody can sit at the house and get paid? So a lot of people are gonna take it, Yashra. They don't know. Well, they heard, they know, but they don't believe that it's that. And they're so wild, because this is like miracles. The Esau Edom, so-called white man, is doing in front of people's eyes. They all wild by this. Ooh, a robot, wow. I want me one. Now, knowing you putting a whole, like a sentinel, because these things, I bet you they got some war programming, combat programming. So once enough of them is in the household, Esau can use that to be part of the military force. Your little robot all of a sudden get an upgrade, and all of a sudden it's locking in your house, or it's grabbing a knife, and it's, putting it into people. So watch for that to happen, and watch people to kick back on this. So let's get to the scriptures. We're going to watch some more clips on it, on these robots taking over. See what I got. Because we're going to go, this is going to be Revelation. I think I just got it. Revelation 13:15. Because this is the beast getting his image. It's getting put in everybody's face right now. And you got to be spiritual to see it, which most people are not. So this is Revelation 13:15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast. It's getting this image right now. This beast is coming online, and it's part of, having robots is a part of it. That's why Jacob's Trouble is like no other. And it says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause it, as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So now this thing is going to be interacted by artificial intelligence robots. If you don't get down to worship this new system coming in, this new society, this new religion, they're going to off with your head. And it might even be a person doing it. They might be the robot doing it. That's why we're going to need the Lord moving forward. This devil is now introducing the robots right in with the public, and they're going to accept it. And then he's talking about a universal basic income, which was going to be to this right here. This is Revelation 13:16. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell. Economics right there. Transactions. Say that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 603 A barcode. It's going to be a barcode on all those micro CHIPs that go out. And how I'm looking at it, I think that the rich are going to get the one that goes in your head, which he does that. Neuralink, look that up. Elon Musk Neuralink. It's one that goes in your head. I think it's going to be for the rich, the people that got a lot of money. And then like for the poor, the people on our level, they're going to do the one that goes in your hand, the little grain of rice that they just with a syringe real quick. That's how they'll come in two forms. One for your head, one for your hand. And that technology is already here. So ain't no hearsay, conspiracy theory, none of that. It's here. This devil putting robots out there. I remember watching this Netflix show called Better Than Us, where it had like a robot, a female robot, and the dude took it in. I mean, real good show, man. Y'all should check it out on Netflix too. Because that's what this devil's trying to do. He wants to put the robot in your house to be like a helpmate to clean up. They're going to replace people in the jobs sooner or later once they get them to be more advanced. Artificial intelligence can do all the accounting, computer stuff. They got Chat GPT. Like, it's about to be a robot evolution, which will change society in a bad way. And there's going to be kickback resistance, and it's going to get real wild out here, Yasharala. Because a lot of people are not going to go with this, man, especially little red belly Edomites. Took our jobs. That's my job. You know, they're going to fight back against their government on this. Esau just looked to neutralize them, probably with the little robots. You know, the robot don't need to sleep. Robot don't get tired. But I'm looking at the robots they're trying to do now. They're going to need to spend a little bit more money for they can fully replace people. These first generation ain't going to get the job done. But I know this devil got more. And I'm looking at, this is the death blow to Esau. Because I'm looking at, like, to get a robot to do what I do, you're going to need a multi-million-dollar robot. I say probably even billions of dollars to do what a human does. The Most High creation is far superior than anything Esau can make. So if you need a billion-dollar robot to do what I do, and say at my job, you need about 200 of them. You're not going to make a profit no more because the robot costs us too much. So these devils be thinking they smart, thinking, oh, we'll just do this, we'll just do that to get rid of workers. And really, you didn't have to. That's what makes Esau so stupid. He doesn't keep none of the laws and commandments. He always think he can outthink and do better than the Most High, and he really can't. So all he's doing is making his own destruction, is what Esau's doing, because he always wants to deviate against what they always say in the world. If it's broke, don't fix it. Oh, Esau's the master at that. He always want to fix something that ain't broke, which makes me look at them like idiots. Because I'm like, none of that need to be no new way. To stick to the way Yahweh Shah set it up and everything go good. You deviate, it's going to blow up in your face. Literally. That's what happened to Esau. So let's check out some more clips of these robots. You know how they're about to get down.
Everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot. It's the same techniques. It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. Probably less than a car, is my prediction, long term. Now, it'll take us a minute to get to the long term, but fundamentally at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks. Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. Yeah.
For their destruction.
It'll basically do anything you want. So it can, everything we've developed for our cars.
Well, I just do have. Let's get very close here. How many actuators do I have? I'm sorry, can I actually have everyone just take one step backwards? Thank you, I do need space to function.
He sounds like you want it.
Actuators. Well, sitting on my arms, I can only count 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only see 4 at the moment. What about on your legs? I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. No way. That'll be worth it. We understand your bruise.
dance to?
My favorite type of song to dance to?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of EDM. He uses a lot of electronics. Yes.
It's pretty funny.
Who's your favorite artist? My favorite artist? Musical artist. That's a tough one. Music. That's very tough. I guess I am a big fan of Daft Punk. Daft Punk is very good. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably a very good answer. Yeah.
Show us how to dance to Daft Punk.
Alrighty, I'll show you a few of my dances. You are smarter than humans? Are you smarter than humans? I am very smart. Yeah, this is cool. Are you smarter than humans?
I'm waiting for the dance for those.
I love it. It is my favorite dance. So smooth.
So look how wild they are, man. Esau got the thing going, y'all, Sheralin. You know, and he's gonna put it out there. It's gonna go out there. That's why they've been advancing all this technology, man. We at the peak of Esau's technology. He's gonna put it out there. And the reason Esau's doing this, let's get it. So I say, man, seek the Lord now, man. Things is really moving fast. And they're gonna change drastically, man. This is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and that their dwelling places to all generations, they call the lands after their own names. So Esau's putting these robots out here, and this AI is to combat and get rid of us. Because the devil knows that his time is short. He knows Yahweh Shah is coming for him. So he thinks through his technology he can save himself. So that's why they're putting all this out here. Like, I don't need humans. I'll use robots. I'll use artificial intelligence. We'll use advanced technology to fight Yahweh Shah. That's what this Esau's thinking about doing. The so-called white man. They're thinking about fighting our Savior because they know he's coming. So that's why he needs technology, because he thinks he can beat Yahweh Shah technology, which is another foolish thought from these devils. And another thing that lets you know it's talking about Esau, because it says they call their lands after their own names. You know, you look at America, it was named the Italian merchant Amerigo Vespucci. You know, Africa was after a Roman general, Scipios Africanus. So that precept is true. And then we look at Esau right now, desperately trying to perfect technology to try to offset the Most High's creation, is what this devil's doing, man. It's straight abomination. But the people, you know, they're mesmerized by it. They think Elon Musk is God. They think Bill Gates is God. They think Mark Zuckerberg is God. You know, anybody that got good technology is God in their eyes. I mean, you just got a lot of money. You God to Jake in their eyes. And they're going to try to, you know, push this technology on the public and put everybody, they're going to come like superheroes, man. You ain't got to work no more. You know, get you a universal basic income, go to this smart city, and you can live like kings. That's how they're going to put it out there. But we know through the scriptures that, you know, all hell is breaking loose. And it's not going to go how Esau's planned it out to be. It's not going to go like that at all. And this devil, I mean, when you even look at the movies, it shows how stupid Esau is. I'm like, you got movies about this. You look at Terminator 2. What's the climax of that movie? Nuclear missiles went off. You know, that's what's going to happen to this place. And then you look at the thing that was called in that movie Skynet. That sounds like the internet. So I'm looking at Esau like, then you didn't learn nothing from your media you made. It ends bad for you, homie. So why would you go that route? That shows you the Lord is in control. Because these devils, the moves I see them making are just so idiotic to me. I'm just like, I'm wowed by it. Like, how stupid can you be? You know? But nonetheless, everybody has to play their part. And Esau, even so-called white man, has to be the wicked. And this is what's going to happen to him. And all these little robots and this technology and everything. This whole wicked government that we about to be placed into. This is going to happen to it. This is Revelation 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, Roman Catholic Church, that wrought miracles before him. Their robots are miracles. You see how the people's all wow, oh my God. You know? and with which he deceived them that they received the mark of the beast, because that's what's all leading to, getting that micro CHIP, and them that worshipped his image, because once this beast has to come online, you're going to have to fully devote to it. If you don't, they're going to try to take your life from you. That's why we're going to need Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua to preserve us, because these devils going to come down with great wrath. And it says, these were both cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And that lake of fire is going to be caused when them ICBM, them nuclear missiles go off, because they're going to go off. And Lord said all of Esau's abominational creations will be burnt up. So that's what the Lord means today. The false prophet and the beast going to be cast in the lake of fire, because it will be. It's going to be all consumed, because he said I'll destroy this earth with fire the second time. And that fire is going to come from those nuclear missiles. And I can see the AI doing that. As I'm looking at Esau like, you set your own destruction up, homie. You're just really, really dumb. And that's why we got to stay locked in this truth, because we're going to need to get on the chariot to avoid that second death, man. It's going to come by fire. Don't be caught up and show nobody no goddamn robot in your house, Yasharala. Because Esau, if you put that robot in your house, Esau can see in your house. It'd be like your flat screen TV times 10. That mug can, it tripped me out. I showed that clip to my 9-year-old son, Yasharala, and he knew that was bad. Because the first thing he said was, why would people get that? It's going to kill you. That was the first thought my son said. I said, dang, my son is smarter than your average adult in Babylon the Great America. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. The Esau can hack into them robots. Say if you do something they don't like, or if you about to invent something they don't want to be invented. Now Esau hack that robot. You could sprinkle something in your food, grab a knife, grab a gun, and unalive your butt, man. Ain't no way in the world I had that robot in my house. But people already got them. They got Alexas, all kind of other little, devices in their house. And this is the next step, man. Get a humanoid robot in your house. That way Esau he got a soldier in your house. A unit that he can hack into at any time to neutralize your butt. And these things are going to be, I'm just looking for it. They're going to be out here. We're going to see them. People are gonna start purchasing them, especially if they make it cheap as $20,000 to $30,000. I don't believe it's gonna be that cheap starting out. It's gonna be probably about, for the rich people, probably $250,000 or something. But he want to get it where it's real cheap, to where he wants it where your basic worker making 50K can purchase one and have it in the house. I bet they'll go on what they call it, payment plans. I bet you it'd be payment plans where you can buy one of those, and people are gonna get them, and they're gonna put them in. I bet you devils want them in every household. So then when they get ready to take over, they'll just hack the robot. And the robot will probably lock you in the house and tell you, oh, you can't leave. As I said, go watch that movie, Will Smith, I, Robot. We're here. We're here. And as these robots roll out, the dollar most likely going to crash, and then the MOTB going to roll out simultaneously. And then you're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to roll with society and be destroyed with it? Or are you going to serve Yahweh Shah and, be brought to a lower state? Because they want to make it with all electric cars where, if you ain't got the MOTB, you can't drive no car. You can't get in your house, your 15-minute smart city. They're going to have it like that. Are you prepared to live in the woods? Rough it. Because that's what we're going to have to do. If you don't want to take the MOTB, get your mind, your spirit ready to rough it. We might be out in the woods. They're going to try to reduce us to animals, Yasharala. That's these devils plan to do. And we're a small group. Because majority of people in society, shall I say, they're going to roll with it. They're going to take it. They're going to get their micro CHIP. They can't imagine not being in air conditioned and, not having a luxuries. So they're going to take their MOTB, man. We got to get our minds ready to be out in the woods. And you might have to run from something like that, man. They might sick the robots on us. They got robot dogs. They'll have all that just running around out here. They might say, oh, he doesn't have a chip in him. Go get him. And then you got drones chasing you down. That's the type of future, that's coming, Yasharala. And the only way we're going to make it through this is through the Lord. We're going to need the Lord, man. These devils got artificial intelligence. It's going to be drones, robot dogs. You see humanoid robots. And that's just a little bitty junk they send. It's like, imagine the combat robots these devils already got. You know, we basically in Terminator. Straight up Terminator. They have those. So imagine that chasing you down because you won't bow down to the devil's beast system. So with that, hope it's been edifying. Hey, I'm gonna keep an eye on this Yasharala, keep you informed best I can on any new updates they make on this. I just want to put this out to let you know, like, man, it's about to be game time. So we got to really take this thing seriously. Man, I'm hearing people reading their word, which I'm loving that. We got new people coming to the truth, so that's a very beautiful thing. And we're going to need that faith because these devils is about to close in on us real hard using technology, Yasharala. That's what they're going to use. So with that being said, hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yasharala and stay locked in because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.